Hi everyone, I'm Jenna with Brown Dog Craft Company. Today's Sunday, June 8th, 2025. I think the description says this is episode 88, but it's actually episode 89. And we are here today for the May class to go in color cards. So it is June, we're just a little bit behind. These are May classes, and we're going to make 5 cards today. So I do have one card kit left if someone is interested in this kit. The card kit contains all of the cardstock and everything you need to make the cards. You just need to add your own stamps and dies. It is $45 and I have one left. So message me if you would like one. You can also purchase it at browndogcraftcompany.com, and you can get a hold of me. I'm hello@browndogcraftcompany.com. So I'm going to flip the camera and I will show you some of the cards we have coming for June, and then I'll show you the cards we're going to make tonight. And all 5 cards are the same tonight. There's one card layout and one card in each of the new in color. So I'm just going to make one of them live. I didn't do any of the homework, so we'll do them start to finish. When you do purchase a class from me, you get a guidebook that gives you a supply list and homework for each card and measurements. So I didn't do any of the homework, and I actually just got home. So we've been gone all day at the lake. So we just got home, and so yeah, it was windy at the lake, so my hair is a mess. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to make cards. So I'm going to flip the camera. Let me show you really quick. June's cards are already done. So these 4 cards are going to be Milo's Card Club for June. It features the suite. It's a mega suite. It's called Beautiful Gallery, I think. There's 2 Stampin' die sets. This basic beige ribbon, these flower motifs, I think they're called metallic flower motifs, and this really gorgeous DSP. It's 6x6 DSP, and one of the dies makes these really pretty dies, or these really pretty frames. There's also an embossing folder in this suite, really pretty. So all of these 4 cards have the same general layout, but they are different. So if you're interested, this is the June Milo's Card Club. Hi Christina, hi Jenny. If you are here live, say hi in the chat. Otherwise, leave a comment too. And then this class is class to go for June. It features boho vibes, also a suite. It doesn't have ribbon, but it does have these cute boho, what are they called? Muted palette dots, I think is what they're called. So you'll get a whole pack of the embellishments, and then you'll get the ribbon needed for your cards. But it's really cute 6x6 paper, very like retro rainbow. So these are the cards we make for that class. There's 4 cards. Really fun die set. It makes this fun rainbow, and there's even more dies you can use for the rainbow if you want to switch out some of these. Really cute cards, really cute pattern paper. I love the colors. It just screams summer to me. So this will be June's class to go, also $45. So let me know if you want either Milo's Card Club for June or the class to go for June. I will be kitting these up this upcoming week and getting them shipped out to you and getting class scheduled. Okay. Hi Jean, welcome. All right, let's look at your card kit for today. So this is what your card kits always come in, and it'll have a little description of what the class is. So this one is the new in color cards. Okay, so it always has a little ticket in here. You know what you're getting. In this class, you get a full pack of these antique pearls. These are from the mini catalog in the spring had the Storybook Moments, I think is what it was called. That's what these are from. So you get a whole pack of those. Your ribbon this time, you get some of each in color. So this is how it comes packaged for you. You'll have extra, but and then you'll have all of your card pieces. So you're going to have your envelopes, your card bases, your DSP. Now your DSP, you may have different colors or different patterns depending on what card. You should have 2 of each. So 2 yellow, 2 orange, 2, okay, I should use the real color names. 2 Darling Duckling, Cloud Cover, Secret Sea, Timid Tiger, Strawberry Slush. Okay, those are the in colors. So the paper is really pretty. There's 4 patterns total. So this one, and the reverse side is this one, and then the other one is this one. I really like this one. And then the floral is the reverse. Okay, so that's this paper, this DSP comes in a whole bunch of colors. Oh, I'm not in the corner. Whoops. This DSP comes in a whole bunch of colors. And this is the pattern that is for this year. So the pattern changes every year. And it's 6x6 packs. In here, you're gonna have your circles. These are from the punch. I think they're 2 3/8. We'll measure them, but these are gonna be for the front. And then you're gonna have some slightly smaller than normal card bases, not card bases, white inserts for inside your card. And that's because the DSP is gonna go inside of our card. And then you're gonna get a full sheet of this paper in the back. And this is special paper. It doesn't feel like basic white cardstock. And this is someone's card kit if they would like it. I'll set it aside. It does have a guide that comes in it also with measurements. So this is special paper. And the reason why it is special paper is because we are going to stamp our cupcakes here. And I'll show you the stamps that I used. But we're going to stamp our cupcakes, and then we're going to use a water brush. Or you could use a blender pen too. But we're going to use a water brush to pick up some ink and paint our little cupcakes. So if you use basic white, it does work, but your paper can pill. So what I like to use when I'm doing this technique is Bristol. It's called Bristol Smooth. It comes in this yellow pack. I think it's 9x12. Okay, and 1 pack lasts you a really long time. So I just rip it out and cut off a piece that I need and keep this in my drawer for when I'm going to do this. So that's what I have here. I have a little piece of it here that I cut. So I will, from start to finish, put together 1 card with you because all 5 are the same, just different colors. So like this is the Secret Sea card. Everything on it is done with Secret Sea. So it has Secret Sea cardstock, Secret Sea ribbon, Secret Sea ink, and Secret Sea DSP. Okay, so your Darling Duckling card will have all of this, but in Darling Duckling, and your Strawberry Slush card, all of this, but in Strawberry Slush. So I picked what I think is my favorite new in color, and I will tell you it's a really hard choice to make because I liked every in color this year, but my favorite color is pink. So I had to go with Strawberry Slush. So live, I'm going to make the Strawberry Slush card. But these are all of the cards. Okay, here's the Darling Duckling one. I love this yellow. It's so pretty. It's not bright yellow. I can't even describe what kind of yellow it is. Really pretty. Okay, here's the Cloud Cover one. Now this I stamped before I had the Cloud Cover ink pad, and I used the Stampin' Up marker. It doesn't work great. As you can see, I would recommend getting the ink pad or the Stampin' Spot, the uninked Stampin' Spot, which is a mini ink cube, and the re-inker, and using that. I wouldn't recommend stamping sentiments anyway with the Stampin' Up marker. It might work fine for other images, just not a sentiment. So here's the Strawberry Slush one. We'll make this one today. Here's Timid Tiger, really pretty. I know a lot of orange fans are happy. It's a good orange. And the Secret Sea one is here. Okay, so the pearls go with every color. I would have used the in color pearls, but we just used them. They come in a suite, the floral suite, flowers in bloom, florals in bloom. They come in that suite. So I used those pearls in that suite. So that's why we aren't using the in color pearls. Typically I do everything in color with in color, but I thought this could be an exception. So all right, let me pull out my paper. So I'm going to use this pattern on the inside of my card. Use whatever pattern you want. Okay, you'll need you'll need your circle. This is my inside mat, and it measures 3 by 4 1/4. 3 by 4 1/4. And so that's slightly smaller than normal because we're going to put the DSP on the inside of our card, and we want to be able to see it around our white mat. Okay, so, and then you'll have your card base. So I will go ahead and burnish this. You're going to have a panel of each of the cardstocks that measures 4 by 5 1/4. And part of your homework was to emboss this, dry emboss this. Die cut it, I guess we could say. It's a die, but the die doesn't cut. I should show you what we're using. Okay, so this class features Pattern of Friendship. It's a stamp set with a die set, but the dies don't cut out the words. The die, I should say the die, not dies. There's one die, and it's a panel like this. It doesn't cut. It instead embosses. So you can see the texture on these cards is created by running the die and the cardstock through twice. So first, I'm going to show you how to do it, but first the die will be run like this, and then we will flip it and run it like this. I'll show you what it looks like when you only run it through once, so you can see what the die does just once. And then I pulled in Arched Wishes, this cupcake and this arch, but you can use any focal image. You do not need to use this cupcake. So we did use Thinking of You Brings a Smile to My Face. I love this sentiment, and I love the font. So the first thing we're going to do though is stamp the cupcakes. That was part of your homework, so if you've already done that, fabulous. I have not. I would like this to dry. If you stamp this and don't let it dry, if you stamp your cupcake and you don't let it dry, it can smear when we're doing the watercolor. So you're going to stamp this in your black. Oh, and I got to take out my mouse pad thing. Okay. So you would stamp 5 cupcakes in your black. So I like to use my Misty. You can use a Stamparatus if you were lucky enough to grab one when they were for sale. I do have a Stamparatus, but I lent it out to someone to make cards with. So they have my Stamparatus. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay. Now, I'm going to let this dry for a little bit. If you are doing this right now, I would either recommend waiting for the ink to dry, or heat setting it with a heat tool. It's not super necessary, but it can help prevent the bleeding that can happen. So I gotta figure out how to get this out. There we go. Okay, and my mouse pad. Get that back in there. Okay. Let me show you how to do the, I guess I'm gonna call it embossing, but it's embossing with a die. The die doesn't actually cut anything. Okay, so you're gonna take your panel of, you'll have 5 panels, 1 in each in color, that are 4 by 5 1/4, and you're gonna get your die cut machine. Okay, and you're gonna put your panel down. And when you do so, where's my die now? Here it is. You're going to want to make sure that whichever way you put your die, you line it up straight. So I have a mat here that helps me, it has grid lines on it. So it'll help me line my die up straight, because I want my lines to be horizontal and vertical. Now if you want them diagonal, then you would put this diagonal on your card front. You might need a bigger die cut machine, but I want it to be straight. So I'm gonna sort of line this up straight. Okay, and then I'm gonna run it through once here. Okay, and I'll show you what it looks like with just once run through. So you kind of got to peel it up. It really sticks down good. Okay, so here it is. Now you can see the lines just go one way, right? They don't go both ways like they do on this card. So it's up to you. If you want to have them just go one way, you certainly can. I'm going to make it go two ways. So now what I'm going to do is put my card panel back down. And I'm going to put my die down, but I'm going to have my die go the other way. So now instead of the lines being dry embossed this way, they'll be this way. Did I move my cardstock? You could always tape your cardstock down too if you need to. Whoops, that's not low enough. I'm gonna tape my cardstock a little. Just with a little piece. Put that there. Okay, then let's make sure I have this the right way, right there. There we go. Okay. And we will run through the other way. Okay. And now we have this pattern. So I don't know, whoops. I don't know how well the camera picks up on the pattern. I think it picks it up pretty well. So it's really fun. It's a really cute die. As soon as I saw it, I knew I had to have it. So, okay, so that's our background, and this will go here, but first we're going to attach some ribbon around it. Okay, we're going to do the rest of our stamping before we go ahead and do our painting onto our cupcake, because I want to leave as much time as possible for my ink to dry. Okay, so let's do the rest of our stamping. And then we'll cut our DSP, and the DSP is super easy to cut. Okay, let's stamp the inside. So when I did the inside, I stamped Happy Birthday, and that is from the Pattern of Friendship. So the outside I'm going to say, thinking of you brings a smile to my face. And then you could say, thanks for being the best. You could say, let's keep in touch, bestie. I think I'll stick with Happy Birthday. I need birthday cards. So, when I stamped on the inside, I thought the black was a little harsh, so I did basic gray. So that's what I'm going to do here. Happy Birthday right there at the bottom in the center, and basic gray. That looks really good. That stamped really good the first time. Okay. And then one other thing that I did on the inside is I took whichever in color I'm using. So for this, I have Strawberry Slush. And I took back to our Arched Wishes. I'm going to take this banner right here. So this banner I think fits along the arch, because the Arched Wishes goes with the arch die set, those arches. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of stamp once, and then without re-inking we'll stamp again. So this is just first generation and second generation stamping. So I'm going to take Strawberry Slush. And we will ink up, stamp once, and then turn, stamp again. Okay. All right, oops, and I didn't quite stamp that off, but that's okay. Okay, and then before we put away our Strawberry Slush, let's pull out Thinking of You Brings a Smile to My Face. And that is from our Pattern of Friendship stamp set. we're going to stamp that on our circle. And now when we stamp this on our circle, we're going to stamp it toward the right-hand side. So thinking of you brings a smile to my face. So centered top to bottom, but toward the right. And that's because we're going to put our cupcake over here on the left. All right, so you'll do this in, if I were you, I would do it in assembly line order. Stamp all of your, or die cut all of your panels, and then do all of your insides, and then do all of your circles, etc., etc. Okay. Come on now. Okay. One more thing before we watercolor, I guess, is let's cut our DSP. So decide which DSP, and you could change it up for each card, right? I'm going to use this one, and I want my stripes here to go horizontal. So super easy. I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4. You could use this for the envelope. Anything you want. Okay, so this will get glued right to the center on the inside. And then our happy birthday right in the center here. So you could leave this out and until you've written on it if you'd like, and just stick it inside the card. Sometimes I do that. That way if I mess up, I don't have to do a new one. Right in the center there. Okay, that's cute. Oh, and let's do our ribbon while we're at it here. Okay, I'm gonna pull out, hi Cheryl. Welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm gonna pull out my strawberry slush ribbon, and we're gonna do two things with our ribbon. We're gonna wrap it around our panel, and we're also gonna tie a bow. So I'm gonna cut just enough to go around my panel, and then with the rest, I'm gonna tie a bow. So I think I'm going to do a pretty little bow. I think I'll do this configuration with just on the second hole here. And I will tie that. If you don't have a bow maker, I recommend one. I wouldn't tie bows if I didn't have a bow maker, but that's just me. Maybe you're good at tying bows. I know a lot of people. Ooh. Sorry, the kids are upstairs, if you could hear that. I don't know if you could. All right. Yes, I would not tie bows if I didn't have a bow maker. That's for sure. Okay, so look at that cute little perfect baby bow. Isn't it adorable? It's so cute. I love this color. Oh, hi, Milo. Are you going to go up? The kids are eating upstairs, so I think he's going up to investigate. Okay, so this is going to go on the bottom third of the card here. So it's going to go right across here. So what we're going to do is make a tear and tape sandwich. So what that means is we take 2 pieces of tear and tape and put them on our hand, and we put 2 pieces of tear and tape on the back of the cardstock where we want the ribbon to adhere to. So I want the ribbon to be in the bottom third of the card, which is about there. Cheryl says hi, Milo. Yeah, he walked upstairs. I'm sure he'll be back. He'll be back for his snacks. He had a, oh, this doesn't want to come off. He had a great time at the lake today. He enjoys it a lot. He didn't care if it was cold. The kids didn't care either, but okay, so now I'm going to put this across the front, and I'm going to push it into the tear and tape in the back. okay, and secure it with my other tear and tape. Now I'm not going to take off this tear and tape, I'm going to leave it, and we're actually going to pop this up with dimensionals anyway, at least I want to. We will have a layer of dimensionals with our focal image in the front, but I'm going to pop mine up anyway. Let's see if I have an adhesive sheet. I think I'm out, I just have to use dimensionals. So you'll have to bear with me and watch me put dimensionals on this whole thing and then take the backers off. I don't know about you, but whenever I have a class, I pretty much go through an entire sheet of dimensionals. I like dimensionals. Whoops. They're my favorite. I always add dimension. Do any of you have any of you heard of Laura Basson? She has like a pop it up thing. Dimension is life. I can relate. Okay, so this will go centered on your card base. Okay. Oh, hi Sally, welcome. First time today. I'm glad you are here. Okay. All right, so I would do those steps on all 5 of your cards. We're gonna wait to put this on. We're gonna kind of cover our little cupcake. Hi Karen, I haven't seen you in forever. I'm really sad, Karen, and some of you others, you know, Christine is having everybody at the Hive for summer. She doesn't call it summer creative escape. She calls it something. I can't think of it now. Either way, normally I go down, but I couldn't go down this year. It's the last week of school, and there's sports going on. So I couldn't leave for the weekend like I normally would. So I'm really sad, but I'm definitely going in the fall, in September. So I will see you in September, Karen, I hope. Yes, Laura's great. She just moved to Minnesota, actually. She was from Chicago, and now so I'm in Hudson, Wisconsin, and it's right on the border of Minnesota. And so Laura is just across the river and up north a little bit, I think. Summer fun in the sun, Karen. Thank you. Yes. Okay, so we'll set that aside, and now let's watercolor. And I'm really sorry, but we do have to fussy cut just a little bit. So yes, Karen, they looked really great. I saw what people were posting a little bit, and it looked fun. So much fun. Okay, I'm going to take a block, just a teeny little block, and I'm going to touch it to my ink pad. You don't need a lot, and you can always add more, okay? So now what we're going to do is take our water pen. Do I have any water in here? I don't. All right, you got to fill your water pen. Step 1, fill the water pen. I have water here. I'm going to steal it. Okay, put water in your water pen, step 1. I think Stampin' Up! May have stopped selling these. Karen, next year I think will be in mid-May because the Stampin' Up! Incentive trip is the first week of June. Oh, okay, well then I most likely can do that because kids will still be in school. Okay. Okay, now we can paint. One thing you're going to want to have when you're painting is some sort of like towel or paper towels for when you switch in between colors. You're going to want to clean your painter brush out really well in between colors, otherwise you'll get brown, right? Your cloudy sky or whatever cloud cover will be yellow or vice versa. So, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my paintbrush, and what I like to do when I first fill it is drop a whole bunch of water onto my like mat or whatever, my paper towel. And what that does is it makes sure it gets your paintbrush wet, and then I wipe off the excess. Okay, now I'm going to drop a little bit of water onto the block here, just like 1 drop, and then I'm going to mix it around. You do not need a lot of water. Okay, all right, now we're going to start by painting the base of our cupcake because we're going to paint it again to add dimension. So first we're just going to start by going over in 1 layer, And this is where you want to make sure that you have allowed your black ink to dry, because this water, if your black ink is not dry, the water will smear it. And so like I didn't really wait for mine to dry, so hopefully I don't have a lot of smearage here. Okay, so we're just doing one coat for now, and it's not supposed to look uniform. It's not supposed to look perfect. We want it to look, the color to be uneven and a little splotchy. That's what adds character and makes it look like you watercolored it. Okay, now we do need to paint, we're going to do every other stripe in the candle, and I want it to be more concentrated. I want the color to be darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my water brush and I'm going to wipe off as much water as I can, and I'm going to pick up the ink and just dab it here, every other, and it's going to be darker because we have less water and more ink. Okay, so see how that's darker? Because we used less water and more ink. Now, you could set this aside and come back. I don't want to do that. You could heat set it. I also don't want to do that. So I'm going to blow on this for a minute here and help it dry. And we're going to come back and add a little bit more color to help give us some dimension. So this is frosting on our cupcake, and we're going to pretend the frosting is pillowing out from the cupcake a little. We can't see any of the cupcake, so the frosting is kind of like on top of the cupcake, right? So we're going to pretend that there's a little shadow right under where the frosting sits on the cupcake liner. So I'm going to add some more color to my brush here. I'm not adding any more water, just a little bit more color. And I'm going to paint right under the cupcake, or right under the frosting. Okay, so there's a little bit more color. Now I'm going to wipe that off, and I'm going to maybe spread it and try to even that out just a little bit. Similar to what you would do with your markers, right? How you switch between like your light marker and your dark marker to help give your project some dimension. Okay, now if you don't like the way this looks, let it dry and paint it again. Okay, so there's our pink. Now you'll do that with every other color. Once you've done all of your colors, your Darling Duckling, your Strawberry Slush, your Secret Sea, your Cloud Cover, and your Timid Tiger, we're going to come in and we need to add something to our frosting. Our frosting needs to have dimension too. Can't just be white. You could do colored frosting if you want to have, like pick a complementary color maybe. But what I'm going to do is take a little bit of gray, and when I say a little bit, I mean a little. Like you need barely anything, okay? I mean, you can put more on it if you want, but you really don't need much. And we're going to add, we still want our frosting to be white. So we are going to add the slightest of shadow where the lines are on our cupcake frosting. So I'm going to add a drop of water to this gray. I've cleaned out my brush well, and I'm going to add a drop of water to this gray. Okay, and let's test it up here. Okay, so we see how light that is? You can barely see it. We still want our frosting to be white. So I'm going to go underneath this little swoop, add a little bit of gray there. I'm going to add a little bit of gray under here. A little bit of gray under here. And I am going to swoop around here and add a little bit of gray. And same with over here. Okay. Now, when that dries, I don't even know if the camera can pick it up. Can you see that gray just a little bit? There's not much. When you add a little bit of gray to something that's white, it still looks white. That's one thing I learned when we're coloring. When you add, if you want to make something, if you have something that's white, but you still want to color it, you should color it a light gray. Or sometimes a light blue works too. Okay, so to clean out your paintbrush, you just drop a whole bunch of water out of it, wipe it up, and good to go for next time. Okay? All right. That's it for the watercoloring. Super easy. Now we do need to fussy cut, and what I like to do when I fussy cut, because I'm so bad at it, is I take a pencil and I very lightly draw a line around the image exactly where I'm going to cut. That way I have less to think about when I'm fussy cutting. I can just follow the line and not have to worry about, oh, I cut that wrong, or I cut that part bad. And then anything that's left over, like if you leave a pencil mark, you can just erase it. If you have something called a scan and cut, you could pull that out. I do have one, but I like to show you in real time how easy it is to fussy cut, even though I don't like to do it. I know some people really like to do it. And if that is you, I applaud you. I don't find it relaxing whatsoever. Okay, so when you are fussy cutting, you're supposed to try to move the paper, not your scissors, and you're supposed to try to keep the paper in the center of your blade. You can cut off any excess like that to try to help yourself. Okay, come on now. I'm going to have a new card series coming. It won't be a class, I don't think anyway, but it's going to be an edited video series. I'm not sure of the name yet. I'm still working that out. I'm really excited. I haven't made the first card for it yet, but that will be coming soon, so you can keep an eye out for that. Okay, there. See, that was not hard. I don't like fussy cutting. Oh, Christina doesn't like it either. I know. That's why I asked for the scan and cut for Christmas for like 3 years in a row, and I finally got one. So I was very excited when I got it. It's one of those things that I didn't really feel good, like justifying buying it myself. I could, of course. It's just kind of expensive, you know. So I thought it was a good gift for my husband. A good gift idea. So apparently he thought so too. Okay, so I just erased any excess that was on there. And it looks so cute. So no, there aren't any dies. I think because most people probably stamp them right onto the arches, but I didn't use the arches for this class. So, okay, let's add everything to our card, and then I'll show you how we do the glitter, which is super easy, and that's it. Okay, so this is going to be added right here. So what I'm going to do is I don't want to put any dimensionals behind the sentiment, behind the smile, because it'll stick to the ribbon funny. So I just want to put dimensionals on the bottom and the top. So I'm going to put 2 up here and 2 down here. And this is going to go off to the right on our cards. Okay, so we want to see the ribbon a little bit there. Okay. Now, when we add our cupcake here, you could do one of 2 things. You could put glue on the right side of the cupcake and dimensionals on the left. Or if you want this to be extra dimensional, which I'm going to do, you could put 1 layer of dimensionals on the right side of the cupcake and 2 layers of dimensionals on the left. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do 1 layer of dimensionals on the right, and that will pop this up from the sentiment. And then I'm going to do two layers of dimensionals on the left. So okay, there we go. So it's dimensional heavy, but you don't have to do this. You could just glue the right side down. Yeah, the scan and cut is not hard to use. It's pretty easy. I could show you sometime. It's not hard. Okay, we're gonna line this up, The reason why I like this sentiment with this cupcake is because it almost naturally fits. So you see how the thinking of brains, like those 3 words, it's almost like a little cutout for the frosting on the cupcake, and then it goes straight again and it fits the cupcake liner really well. So I just felt like this sentiment was meant to be here. Okay, so there's 2 layers, 3 layers of dimensionals, right? 1 here, 2, 3 there. 2, 3. Lots of dimension. Okay, one other thing we're going to do before we adhere our bow is we're going to glitter it up. Okay, so you see I added glitter on this one. Totally optional. You could use Stella. You do not need to use glitter, but I'm going to. You can use any glitter you want. I like to take a little piece of paper and fold it in half and then fold it flat again. Okay, all that does is creates a little like funnel, right? Okay, so we're gonna put that down. The glitter that I'm using is by Hero Arts. It's the Prisma glitter, but any fine glitter will work perfectly fine. Okay, any fine glitter. Me too, Christina. Strawberry slush, that's why I picked the strawberry slush to make for the card today, because it's my favorite. Well, I really like all the colors. I think my 3 favorites have to be Strawberry Slush, Secret Sea, and Cloud Cover. I do like Darling Duckling and I do like Timid Tiger, so not that I don't like them, they're just my 4th and 5th favorite of these new in colors. So, and I really like last year's in colors too. So all of them are great colors. All right, let's add our glitter. Now, you can do a couple things. You can use this glue when you're adding this, or you can use a fine tip glue. And what do I mean by fine tip glue? I mean like something like this with a fine tip on it. So these come, I have it in the like storage setting right now, but you can get a really fine tip on these. So, or you can buy like fine tip bottles on Amazon too. So whatever glue you like to use. I'll just use this for now because it's easy and I have it right here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of glue wherever I want the glitter to stick. So be careful not to add glue where you don't want glitter. And if you do, it's a happy accident because who doesn't like glitter? So sorry if my head gets in the way, but I'm going to add just a little bit of glue where I have the gray paint. And that's going to be my glitter on my card. I'm also going to glitter the candle. And I'm actually going to glitter the white parts of the candle. So not the ones that we painted. Okay, now quickly before our glitter dries, all we're going to do is sprinkle this right on top of it. Okay, tap off the excess. Tim Holtz says glitter is an outdoor activity. I kind of agree. And there we go. So now the glitter only, right now it is a little stuck to the other parts of the card. Once it dries, I will give it a good brush with a paintbrush. And all of that glitter that is like static clung to every part of the card will fall off. Okay, so when you're finished and it's dry, that's what it looks like. Okay, really pretty, right? Okay, now that we did that, let's see if we can get it back in without making a mess. Please go in. Okay, I still made a mess. That's going straight in the garbage. Okay, and I don't know, I'm just gonna dust it off, right? It is what it is. There's glitter everywhere. Okay, second to last, let's add our bow. And you could wait till your glitter is dry, your glue is dry to add your bow. But I will add mine now. So I'm going to use a glue dot. And the bow is going to go, I'm going to put it on this ribbon here, but it's going to kind of overlap the cupcake. So it's going to go toward the right, like this. Okay. All right. And then we can add our pearls. So you have a whole brand new fresh pack of pearls. Mine are a mess. Mine are an absolute mess. Okay, I'm going to add some big and some little. Let me see. Oh, there's a little on there. Oh, there's a couple littles on here. Okay, so let's see. Where did my you take your pick tool? So you, I would add an odd number of pearls. So these pearls are big, little, and small. So I'm going to do a big here. Or big, I said big, little, and small. Big, large, medium, small. That's what I meant. Okay, large and medium. And then I'll do this little baby up here. And then let's do a medium here and a small right there. Okay. So when you are all done, let me just get these out of the way. When you are all done, you have one in every new in color of the rainbow. There's our darling duckling. Now this cloud cover, remember, is the one that I stamped with the Stampin' Right marker, so it doesn't look as nice. I'll show you what it looks like with the ink pad. See how much better that looks? Kind of hard to tell on camera, but it looks so much better with the ink pad. And then here's our timid tiger. Oh, and Milo's back, right on cue. All right, so there are our 5 in color cards featuring Pattern of Friendship. Aren't they cute? I love how these colors go together. Love them. And we use them a lot in June's classes here. In these cards, we use them a lot. So, lots of in color.
I lost a tooth.
Oh, you lost a tooth! Oh my gosh! You lost a tooth, Ro! Oh my goodness! You lost a tooth. Ro is here. She lost a tooth.
Can I show them?
Yeah, you can show them. Come here. She wants to show you she lost a tooth. All right, come here. All right, show it. There's your little tooth. You lost a tooth. That's so exciting. This is her first tooth she's ever lost. Yay. All right. Okay, you go see Daddy, okay?
Okay.
I'm so excited. I can't wait for the tooth fairy to come. All right. Oh, well, that's exciting. Lost her first tooth. She's so cute. So she's 6, and that's her first tooth. We have been waiting and waiting and waiting for that tooth to come out. It's been needing to come out for like a year. And it finally came out. So, all right. So let me know which one's your favorite. Obviously they're all the same, but which one is your favorite in color? Do you like Timid Tiger? Do you like Darling Duckling? Secret Sea? I think everybody likes Secret Sea. It's like a very unique color. I don't know. It's teal, it's blue, it's green, it's not black, but it is just a lot of colors put together, and it's really pretty. So Strawberry Slush is like a classic deep, I don't know if you want to say deep pink, but it's like very pigmented pink. You know, it's not like petal pink. It's not like bright pink. It's just the perfect color pink in my opinion. So I love it. Okay, I'm going to be card cutting this week. And so let me know if you want June's card kits. Oh, Jean says Strawberry Slush. Me too. Me too, followed closely by Secret Sea and Cloud Cover. So, I do have a couple of Cloud Cover ink pads, now that we're speaking of it. So, they are unopened and brand new, and if you're a demonstrator, you can buy these. If you're not a demonstrator, you can buy the ink pad from us for whatever Stampin' Up! Sells them for. You just have to know that the ink color may change over time because apparently the ink formula is reacting badly with the pad that's in here. So if you don't want to deal with that, you can get the uninked Stampin' Spot and the ink refill and ink your own cloud cover. Okay, but if you do want a full pad, I have them. So I have 2 left. Okay, that's what we have today. Oh, Karen says strawberry slush too. Yeah, I really like strawberry slush. All right, you guys want to see Milo? I got to remember to put my pink card on top because it has glitter on it. It has glitter. Milo, you ready for snacks, baby? Are you ready? All right, I'll flip the camera and you guys can see Milo. Hi, bud. Do you want your snacks? Yeah? Do you want your snacks? Come on. All right, no judging. I may be wearing pajama pants. Where did I put the snacks? There they are. Okay, bud. You want your snacks? Come on over here so they can see you. Come here. Oh, hi, Milo. Hi, buddy. Hi. Good boy. Did you have a good day today? Did you? Okay, can you sit? I'll give you lots of snacks. Sit. Sit, I'll give you snacks. Oh, good boy. Nice kiss. Mwah. Yes, good boy. Oh, hungry puppy. Hungry puppy. Good boy, Milo. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, that's enough. Okay, say bye, everybody. You stink. You stink. You need a bath. Yeah, you smell like the lake. You do. You smell like the lake. All right, everyone. That's what I have for you today. Short class as far as the live goes, just because you... I only have to show you how to make the card once because you can repeat it the other 4 times. So we were really quick today. So keep an eye out for when June's classes will be scheduled. They will be toward the end of June, probably the last week, I'm trying to think. Because if I card kit this upcoming week and get everything out by next week, I'd like to give it about a week or so for the card kits to get to you and then for you to do your homework. So probably the last week of June for June. I am designing July cards. The class to go, oh, I can't remember. Is it Turtley Cute? Turtley Cute? Maybe? Maybe that's Milo's card kit is Turtley Cute. I can't remember. And then July is, I think, Notes and Totes. And I don't know what we're going to do for DSP for Notes and Totes. They don't have a DSP that goes with it. I really wish they released like a beachy DSP, but they didn't. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do for the DSP for Notes and Totes. We might do something else in the card kit instead of DSP. I haven't decided yet. Once I design the cards, I'll come up with something to go in the card kit. I don't know what yet. So to be determined, TBD, on what's going to go in Notes and Totes. But it is a really cute stamp set in the annual catalog, or stamp and die set. Maybe we'll make like a little thing to put candy in or something too. We'll see. And maybe I'll pull in some retired DSP. I have a lot of DSP. I think you guys do too. So maybe I'll pull in some retired DSP. So let me know if you think that would be okay. You all wouldn't get the same DSP per se. I would make sure that it goes with whatever, colors we're using or something, but you wouldn't all necessarily get the same DSP if that was the case. So let me know what you think. So, okay, well, that's what I have for you today. Thanks for spending your Sunday evening with me. Not even an hour. It was short today. So I hope everybody has a great week. And I'm excited for the new card series to come out. So keep an eye out for that. And I will see you guys soon. Okay? Milo says bye. Take care, guys. See you later. Bye now.